Welcome to the Militia Gaming Community. I'm Trigger Militia, and in this video, I'm going to show you how I recovered my Need for Speed Heat account. Let's go! So first off, I want to thank you for clicking on my video. I know there's plenty of other stuff to watch here on YouTube, so I'm glad you're here watching this. Also, shout out to all the subscribers. It means a lot that you returned once again. Thank you so much. Alright, so if you've been following me on Instagram, you might have seen that I lost my entire Need for Speed account. I was honestly so frustrated. I'd put so much time into the game earning money, rep, and buying cars, and all of it was gone in an instant. I'm going to quickly tell you how that happened, so hopefully it prevents it from happening to some of you, and then I'll go into what I did to fix it. So I was actually playing on my wife's Xbox account because she had never played Need for Speed before, and I needed some early game footage for the 3 best cars video I released last week. She didn't realize I was on her account and signed in on the living room Xbox to watch some Netflix, and it immediately signed me out mid-game. My Xbox profile was still signed in this whole time. I told her I was in the middle of a race and signed back into her profile to finish the race and to save and exit the game. I went back to the garage and made a couple changes to the car, even went to the dealership and bought a new car, then back to the garage to save the progress and sign out. Upon returning to the Need for Speed menu screen, now signed into my profile, I noticed that it was showing her character and her car and her rep level. I didn't know it at the time, but what had happened was my game was overwritten by hers. Luckily, I was recording the entire thing because remember I was getting early game footage for the video. Anyways, I, like many of the people who have lost their accounts, tried to contact EA Help to try and solve the issue. After spending 30 minutes chatting with them, they told me there was nothing they can do. I searched forums and I googled many things before realizing that maybe I could try to duplicate what happened using a friend's account who was already level 50 and had some money and some cars. Obviously, that's not restoring everything I achieved in the game, but it's much closer than a level 11 account with no money and 2 cars, so that's exactly what I did. I'm going to go through the entire process step by step, but I wanted to stress something before I do that, and that is that I'm not teaching this so that people can glitch the game. My goal here is to help people who lost their account and want to play the game without having to completely start over. Please do not use this as a cheat. Okay, so the hardest part about this whole thing is that you will need a friend who has Need for Speed progress, preferably one who is around your rep level, but this friend has to be also willing to give you their Microsoft login info because you need to be able to sign into their profile on your Xbox. Honestly, I don't know if this works on PlayStation also, but if you have one and you try it, please let us know in the comments. You will need your friend's help while you're performing these steps as well, so make sure they're available when you're going to do this. Here are the steps. First, sign into your profile, then sign into your friend's profile, making both profiles signed in at the same time during this process. Launch Need for Speed Heat and make sure when you get to the title screen it logs you in under your friend's profile. Start a solo game session. Then, when you're in the game, leave the garage and start a race. During that race, have your friend sign into his Xbox profile on his Xbox. At this time, you should see this screen which says, "Attention, your controller has been disconnected." Also, you'll notice that Xbox is notifying you that the profile you're using was signed in on another console. So don't press A to continue yet. Press the Xbox button and sign back into your friend's account. It will say signed out elsewhere. Press A to continue and you should see this screen telling you that you have lost connection with the EA servers. Press A to continue again and finish the race. If this screen pops up again while you're finishing the race, it's because your friend's Xbox is trying to keep him signed in. Do not press A. Press the Xbox button and sign back into your friend's account. You may have to do this several times before it just leaves you signed into his account. Once it allows you to finish the race with no interruptions, you know it's working. Do not press the Xbox button again until you finish the next few steps. It will mess up the entire process. Go back to the garage, and if you press the menu or the start button, you should see that your profile will be in the top left corner, not your friend's, even though the cars, the money, and the rep level are all on your friend's profile. This means it worked. Leave the garage and then go back in to be sure that it saved the game. Once back in the garage, press the Xbox button and then exit the Xbox menu. When you do so, it should immediately tell you that a sign-in change occurred and you will be returned to the title screen. At this point, the game has overwritten your progress with your friend's progress, and you can sign your friend out of your console and delete his profile from your Xbox. It's complete. Now obviously, this isn't the same thing as getting your exact game progress back, but it should help you save some time playing the game from the start again, and depending on how far your friend is, it might even give you a slight advantage. Remember, you're basically copying his game over to your game. All of the cars, the money, the rep level, all the unlocks, everything will now be your game. Again, I really want to stress that this video is not intended to be a glitch. I really feel bad for anyone who has lost their Need for Speed Heat account and has decided to stop playing the game because of it. This is a way for people to get some progress back. I do not support or condone cheating the game or glitching the game in any way. Hopefully this has helped you in some way, as that's always my goal. Thank you so much for watching. Trigger out.